What up, world? Back again. It is the Country Rap Report. Yours truly, VicX. I want to make this video and first and foremost say thank you. I want to say thank you to each and every one that has supported the Country Rap Report over the past 2.5 years. All right, this video is officially episode 301. So it's the start of season 4. All right, we have done 301 episodes of the Country Rap Report. Now, the one thing I want to say about the Country Rap Report, and I want to say about you guys who supported the Country Rap Report, when we started to create this content, we saw a much needed, we saw an area that needed media coverage. Okay. We saw an area that needed media coverage. We seen an area that was growing. Actually, when myself and Spank, when I actually pitched the idea to Spank, and salute to Spank, when I pitched the idea to Spank, Spank had just got a job at Mako Music. And it was during COVID or right before COVID. And it was right around COVID. The world was still in an uproar. He had got a job with Mako Music, and the genre of country rap was really, really, really growing. And if I got to say anything, I want to say definitely big thank you to Mako Music, Savannah Dexter, Bravo Gator, and everybody who was part of that team, because I saw how fast the genre was growing. And at that point in time, they was a major part of the speed that the genre was growing at. Now, artists like Upchurch was definitely holding it down. Jelly Roll was doing this thing. Now, I'm not saying they started the genre. What I'm saying is Mako Music and the movement they were making at the time the Country Rap Report was launched, they were the reason. Savannah Dexter had took off like a skyrocket, and I felt like no one was talking about her. She was making more noise than Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, any of the women in hip hop at that very moment. She was creating such a major buzz that I'm like, I cannot believe no one is talking about this lady and her contributions to this music. And even though I knew about Upchurch, I knew about Coke Ford, I knew about Jelly Roll, I knew about Adam Calhoun, I knew about the key players, but she was the woman that lit the spark that made me say, you know what? I want to cover this genre of music on a weekly basis. I want to be part of letting people know that this is a good quality music. This is a fast growing genre, and I want to bring this to the forefront. So me and Spank, we sat down, we talked about it, and he wasn't really into media or getting on camera talking about music. And he was at that point in time had been appointed vice president of Mako Music. So he didn't really want to talk about it. He thought it was a good idea. So the first few videos that I made was just me alone. It was just me alone talking about Savannah Dexter. I talked about Adam Calhoun. I talked about Mako Music. And it was just me finding things online that I could talk about. And I started the Instagram page, Country Rap Report, and I just started reaching out to country rap artists. And it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew. And I found out there was way more people out there contributing to this genre of country rap. What I also noticed was that in the genre of country rap, there's a definitive sound that we can call country rap, but there was other artists from the country that was rapping, that was holding the mantle. I call that the next generation of artists. Artists like Coca, artists like a Big Poe, artists whose sound wasn't so traditionally country, but they were still rapping about their environment and where they came from. And that really made me excited to be the person that could get people to listen to this music. Because a lot of people might not know, but I'm a DJ by heart. And when I say DJ by heart, that's a person who introduces people to music they might not know about. I'm all about music discovery. I'm all about music suggestions. I'm all about music recommendations. So I deep dove into the genre. Later on, Spank, he became part of the show, and we done a lot of amazing episodes, over 200 episodes. We done a country rap award show, which at this point in time, I haven't done another one, but I promise 2024, there will be a 2024 country rap award show. We done our very first 16 bar challenge. We done something with a record pool company to basically get country rap noticed and get it serviced by DJs. I mean, we've done a lot of things to help improve the genre, because the one thing we realized about the genre of country rap, the business regimen wasn't there. It wasn't that the people didn't want to. It was like a lot of the artists didn't really understand or know the business regimen of the music industry. It was all about independent, independent, independent. Now, even in 2023, a lot of people say independent, 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 but they truly don't understand the business regimen of doing music in the music business. Okay. Because even if you're independent, if you're trying to be successful, you're still doing it in the music business. And there are certain things that you have to do. If not, you'll just be a person making music for your family and friends. And that is okay if that is what you choose to do. I have no problem with a person who makes music to enlighten themselves, as a stress reliever, as a hobby, whatever you choose to do it for, that is your prerogative. But for myself, I wanted to create a platform that uplifted artists, that entertained people, and that enlightened all. That was my attempt when the Country Rap Report 300 episodes ago was created. Okay. That was my sole intent. The one thing I knew and I know at my age, when you do something, you're not going to be liked by everyone. For whatever the reason may be, people are going to dislike you. They're going to feel like there are going to be people who feel like they can do what you do better. There are going to be people who feel like you don't deserve to do it. There are going to be people that, for whatever reason, once you started it, it looks easy for them to do it. I understood all that because I came from journalism. What a lot of people don't know, I came from journalism. I have a degree in journalism. Okay, so I understand all the positive and negatives that come along with creating content. And that is okay with me, because as long as the mission statement of Country Rap Report, Ridin Durty Radio, as long as that's being upheld, I'm okay with all the other scrutiny that comes along with it, as long as you listen to the music. You don't even have to listen to me, but as long as you listen to the music. Remember, this platform was started to talk about the ins and outs of the genre, create country rap media. I used to always say, hey, if you're a fan, turn your camera on, create content. These artists need people to talk about them. And I'm so excited to say that since the episode 1 of the Country Rap Report, I've seen over 100 content creators talk about the genre of country rap. And for artists, that is good, because there was a point in time there was no platforms that would talk about country rap on YouTube. No platforms. I remember when No Jumper, I was so happy when No Jumper interviewed Ron Upchurch. Now, a lot of you people don't even know what No Jumper is, but No Jumper is one of the number one, it's definitely top 10 media outlets on YouTube when it comes to covering hip hop. And no matter how some people might feel, country rap is a branch of hip hop. You can't have country rap if you don't have hip hop. And on that subject, I digress. It's just a different type of people creating the music, but it's still part of hip hop. So now that we have a lane and we have multiple media outlets, whether it's people trolling, whether it's people uplifting, whether it's people streaming, whatever the content that's being created, for me, as long as it's getting the music talked about, getting the players who create the music talked about, that's okay with me. That's okay with me. Okay. I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself, because I feel like a lot of people might know me, a lot of people might not, a lot of people have assumptions about me. Okay. I have my entire life, since I was about 13 years old, have worked in the genre of music, whether it was being a DJ, whether it was promoting shows, whether it was creating platforms, whether it was doing FM radio, whether it was doing internet radio, whether it was doing a nationally syndicated television show. I have always been part of creating content. And in creating the content, I've always been adamant about the man on the bottom, the underdog, the independent artist. That has been my vehicle and will continue to be my vehicle. Now, the one thing I've noticed over 300 episodes, the Country Rap Report, VicX, Ridin Durty Radio, whatever increment you choose to use, at times has been a topic of conversation. Who I choose to co-host with, what I choose to talk about, my opinions on it. And I also understand that is part of media. In doing what you do, and you do it in the forefront, when you decide to say, I'm going to stand out front and I'm going to talk, there are going to be people who look at you and feel like they're going to talk about you, whether you did it good, whether you did it bad, did they like it, what you wore, how you looked, all that is going to come into play. That's part of being public. And I accept that being public. Being a public figure, I accept that anything I do will be scrutinized. The positive, the negative, what I wear, how I look. I understand all of that. Understand, I started taking public speaking platforms at a very, very young age. I'm the son of a Baptist preacher. I had to stand in front of the congregation at age 8 and 9. So I understand everything negative that comes along with it. So it's okay. It's okay, because all it does is create some form of momentum. Now, through these 300 episodes, this platform has been attacked, but praised. We have people that understand that this platform does very, very well for the genre. And we have people who feel like this platform should go away. Well, I didn't do 300 episodes along with the people that had supported the platform to go away. The Country Rap Report is not going away. People might come, people might go, but the cornerstone of the model that is known, Country Rap Report, is myself. And I'm not going anywhere because I love the genre. The drama that comes along with it, I don't love that. I'm not going to engage in that. I'm not going to speak negative on anyone. So no matter what anyone chooses to say about myself, you can talk all you want because I'm not going to acknowledge you. This is the most acknowledgement you're going to get, because all you're literally doing, which maybe you understand or don't understand, is helping what we do get into the algorithm. But you can't embarrass me. You can't make me stop. You can't make me disassociate myself with people who I feel are talented. I associate myself with people who I feel are talented. I do understand it's kind of like a job. When you bring a person into your job, you take on the elements of their life also, the good and the bad. So I understand that when I do that. But it's no different. It's no different than anyone on this internet who chooses to listen or watch another person. The one thing I learned, and I'm gonna quote Kwame Brown, former NBA player and now YouTuber Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown says, this is all about who you like. It's about who you like. And I understand that. I understand if you like this person, of their coverage of the genre, then, and if they're going against this person, you feel it's a form of loyalty to be on their side. That is completely okay with me. The one thing I say is, in being loyal to a person, don't lose all self-respect for yourself. Me as a person, I think that we should not do things to people that I don't think we would want done to us. That's it with me. That's it with me. For me, I like to deal in two things: facts and truth. Facts and truth. And as long as I deal and dwell in those avenues, I'm okay. And the one thing that's factual about me is I have attempted and will continue to attempt to help everybody creating this music, because I know they're making this music to change their family's life. And that is a fact about me. Me. The truth about me is this platform was created when there were very few people doing it. That is the truth. Have I helped people that some of you watching this video don't like? Yes. Have I made content with some of these people that you might be watching? So from my standpoint, where I stand is, when I decided that I want to cover country rap, my heart was in the right place. And 300 episodes later, my heart is in the right place. For everyone that chooses to make content about myself or other people who I do content with, that is your prerogative. That is the path you choose to take in your life. And that's okay. Because the one thing I know is they crucified Jesus. They killed Jesus Christ. If you believe in Christianity, they killed Jesus Christ. Now, I'm not saying I'm nowhere close to Jesus Christ. What I'm saying is that you can be trying to save mankind, and there will be people who feel like it's wrong, and that's okay. Just know, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, I'm going to continue on my mission to cover the artists that are trying to change lives. If you choose to talk about the Country Rap Report, if you choose to try to be a distraction or a deterrent, that's your choice. You have to live with yourself. And I'm sure if you choose to do it, then you're okay. You sleep well at night, and that's okay. But the one thing about me that I know, there are very few people that have gotten to know me as a person, because getting to know people for some people is very, very fearful. There are some people out there who've gotten to know me and chose to use getting to know me as content. But the cool, dope part about it, there is nothing that they can use that's a deterrent, because I'm not the type that go negative and talk about people. Because again, I'm here to help. There are people who I see profess to be Christians, but I watch them make videos about other people and talk about how bad the people who make videos about other people are bad. I watch that too. I watch what I watch, and that is okay. Because the one thing I know is clout is a very dangerous drug. And everybody who creates social media, no matter what you say, because calling people a clout chaser is something that's very, very big in the YouTube world. It's not just in country rap. When you create a social media page and you make a post and you see how many people liked it and you read the comments, you also want clout. If not, you would do it in private. I know plenty of people who have all social media pages and don't post because they look at it for entertainment value. So all content creators, especially my creators in the genre of country rap, keep creating content. Keep uplifting these artists. Even when you talk bad about the artist, you're still helping them get known, because someone who watches you is going to want to know what their music sounds like. You can continue to make videos about me. You can continue to tag me. You can do all the above. But the one thing I promise you, I'm not going to go away when it comes to making this music for the people that deserve whatever help I can offer. And I know in order to build up, sometimes you got to tear down. So I understand if I'm trying to build a strong music community, I know there are going to be people outside of that foundation who want to tear it down. I understand without no negative, there is no positive. I understand that. I completely understand it. But the one thing I'm going to say when it comes to the Country Rap Report, you should one day ask yourself, what have they done to me? What have they done to me? And if your answer is nothing, then you should really understand that you are just clout chasing or creating content to talk about someone who doesn't affect your life. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my subject. I'm gonna go back to the music. See, one thing people don't know is some people who create content, we got into this to create business, to create networking opportunities, to market, to promote. And then some of us got into this because it's our social life. We don't go outside. We don't really do anything outside of our laptops. Me, I'm the first. I'm in the first category. If you follow me, you know I'm always out and about. You know that I have 2 jobs, and both my jobs are in the public. I did not create this to create friends who are one day going to turn on me. I created this I didn't even create this content as a fan. I'm a fan of the genre. I'm not a fan of one particular artist over the next. An artist might make a song, I might like it, I might not. But I did not create any platform from the fan perspective of, I get to meet this artist. I created my platforms, Country Rap Report, Ridin Durty Radio Show, as well as the dual and forthcoming microaggression, to uplift and promote people. Not myself, because I don't make music. I created this to lend a helping hand. What I've been doing for over 20 plus years, actually over 30 years, almost 40, in the genre of music. I just now do it on the internet. So again, I know there are going to be people who watch and then they're going to stop watching. There are going to be people who don't like this or don't like that. That is okay. That is part of being a creator and understanding that what you do is what you do. My mom once told me one time, and shout out to my mom. She was like, Vic, these are your dreams. These are your dreams. So don't be upset when other people don't support your dreams. Country Rap Report, that's my dream. Ridin Durty Radio, that was my dream. The duel, my dream. Microaggression, my dream. Do I want a whole community of people singing Kumbaya? Yes. Am I going to be upset when people don't support me? No. Because again, it was my dream. I truly love the people that support what I do. I truly love the people that like to create content with me. There have been a lot of people along the way that have helped push this movement, this vehicle. Now, I most definitely, I got to shout out Spank, because if there was no Spank, we wouldn't have got to episode 200. Shout out Spank. The way things ended was not good. And that has been my friend since we was 18 years old. I still love Spank. I love his family. I love all of them dearly. Shout out to Creek and Mariah. That was someone who I recognize has an enormous amount of talent. She has an enormous amount of talent, and we create good content. Shout out to my guy, Chief. That guy has an enormous amount of talent, and we create good content. Shout out to Bird, Boss Lady Bird. She has an enormous amount of talent, and we create good content. Now, the one thing I'm going to say is what those people do outside of this content we create together is not my motivation or my concern. It's the magic that we make when we're together. It's what's my concern. And that's media coverage. Covering country rap, covering hip hop, media coverage. Remember, Ridin Durty Radio as a platform is about media coverage. It's not about trolling. It's not about tearing people down. It's the media. It's no different than ESPN. Okay? And again, I understand I will not be liked by everyone, and that is completely okay with me. It's okay. But you know what's the one thing I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep moving. You cannot like someone and you don't have to talk about it. But when you don't like someone to the point where you feel like you have to turn on your phone or your computer, your laptop, whatever device you use to record, when you feel like that person is such an important part of your life that you got to take 30 minutes to record a video just to talk about them, tell me, what are you really doing? Because I'm going to be honest, as a parent and a grandparent, I will never advise anyone under me, because I, again, am the patriarch of my family. I would not advise anyone in my family to waste time talking about someone that is not a factor in their life. If you don't like the Country Rap Report, turn it off. If you don't like Ridin Durty Radio Show, don't watch. If you don't like the duel, don't jump in the chat. But the negative energy that you put out there to discredit people, it takes way more energy to create negative content, to give your negative opinion, than to just walk away. So each and every person who dislikes me for whatever you choose to dislike me for, in closing on this topic, I'm going to tell you, may God be with you. May the Creator be with you. And if you hate me for as much as you dislike me, the Country Rap Report, I love you. Just know I love you from a distance. To each and every person who questions me and my integrity, may God be with you and your family. And may the cup of blessings overflow onto you and your family. There is no ill will, no ill intent. A million memes can be made about me. My head can be put on a million types of bodies. If you watch me in October, I give you enough show with costumes to let you know it's okay. But if you have never physically harmed me or my family, I love you. I love you. Okay. Now, with that being said, we're going to get back to what I like to do, and that's the music and the discovery of dope artists and new people. Okay. All right, check this out. So this week, I noticed that there was an artist on Facebook, and he was running this promo. And the way he was running the promo, I thought it was really, really cool. I thought it was really, really cool. And he was like, am I the worst rapper ever? Am I the worst rapper ever? Now, I was like, dang, that's crazy. An artist calling himself the worst rapper ever. So it had a video, and in the video he was rapping, and I was like, oh, no way, this guy's the worst rapper ever. And this came up on my Facebook. It was no one I noticed. I never heard of the artist. It was no one that I noticed, and I thought it was really, really dope because it got my attention with him saying he's the worst rapper ever. And the artist's name is 4 Point Music. And I was like, nah, he's nowhere near the worst rapper ever. I thought it was dope. I thought his cadence was dope. I thought the music that he was doing was dope. But what he done was he said, if you want to see if I'm the worst rapper ever, I'm going to send you my CD for absolutely free. All you gotta do is pay for shipping. I was like, okay, I'm intrigued about it. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued. I want to see this CD. I want to see, is this guy the worst rapper ever? Even though there's a 40-second video that's definitely let me know he's not. I want to hear his EP. So I signed up. I signed up to receive his CD. Okay, now it took me to another channel. And that took me to another page that says, hey, be part of my journey. I'm traveling across the world and I'm taking Polaroid pictures as I travel. Let me send you one. Okay. And then there was another part that says, hey, get my stickers. Make a long story short, there was so many different elements to his marketing and promotion campaign that it went from free to pay for shipping to we can get a bundle. Well, me being a person who supports artists, I end up buying the entire bundle. Okay. I ended up buying the entire bundle and buying the entire bundle. Then I received a text message. And the text message saying, hey, this is 4 Point's computer. I just want to thank you for becoming part of the fam. Maybe 2 hours later, I got a text message saying, hey, this is 4 Point. Thank you for becoming part of the fam and my musical journey, blah, 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 blah. I'm here to say that I think that marketing tool is amazing. And he done this through Facebook ads because I haven't seen it anywhere else but Facebook ads. Now, in turn, I've went and followed this gentleman on Instagram. I've checked out his stuff on YouTube and all of the above. And I'm gonna put his link to his Instagram and I'm gonna put his YouTube link in the description for y'all can check him out. But I got my package in the mail. So I want to say salute and shout out to my guy 4 Point because I got the package in the mail. So I felt like, and I'm going to be interviewing 4 Point really, really soon. So the first thing I noticed is my guy 4 Point is from Atlanta, Georgia. He's just like me. He's from Atlanta, Georgia. So he's less than an hour away from my front door. So I'm going to open this package up for you guys, and we're going to go through it briefly. And some of the things I got, and I'm only talking about this because some of you artists, maybe you might want to follow this model because he made this really, really personal. And I know going back to everything I said, going back to the loyalty aspect of it, this is making me now become part of his movement and makes me want to be loyal and talk about what he's doing. So let's talk about this. All right, he sent me a letter. It says, Dear Victor, I'm out in Madrid. I consider that New Miracles. Those are the first words of New Miracles, my favorite song on the album. How did a scared kid end up in Madrid dancing with an Italian princess? Parentheses. She wasn't actually a princess, but just in my mind. All I can say is it was a miracle. I started rapping at 17 with a messed up shoulder. I was a baseball player in high school. Low-key social anxiety. I hated looking in the mirror and seeing a fledgling version of myself. I wanted so badly to change my life, but I did not know how to do it. I didn't even realize I had everything I needed to start. But the one thing I had going for me was I believed that I could transform. Music was my first little step out of the nest. I say till 3 or 4 in the morning. I stay up to 3 or 4 in the morning writing songs. I felt like I was behind because I started making music so late. A lot of guys have been rapping since they were like 12. This burning sense to do or die urgency was so powerful back then to the point it would kill me if I missed the day. I'm way healthier now. But sometimes I miss feeling that fire. I still remember writing at my desk in my freshman dorm with my headphones on and my little reading light to see the page, trying not to wake up my roommate as I scribbled out the songs that would become my first album, Gardens. Looking back, the songs are pretty shit. A lot of artists feel that way, that their first songs are pretty bad. but they were genuine. I remember one time watching an interview with Upchurch and him talking when we interviewed on this platform that he really doesn't like his first music. It was shit. All right. But they were genuine. I was sad and emotional back then, and music was my way of processing what I felt. These videos are my way of processing how I felt. So I understand that. At the same time, I was getting my music up. I was also desperately trying to straighten out my body. I started doing yoga almost every day. My school had classes included in my gym membership, so I pull up and get my work in. It was painful for weeks. It's hard to describe to a normal person just how messed up my body was at the time. But I stuck with it, and after a month, I was standing straighter, walking better, and feeling like a new man. I was addicted. For the first time in my life, I was seeing true transformation, both with the pen and with my yoga. I watched myself change who I was before my own eyes, and that feedback was inspiring. Maybe, maybe I'm not stuck as what I was born as. Maybe I can create who I am. And a lot of us, those are very, very powerful words. We're not stuck being who we're born to be. We can create who we want to be. We can create that. And a lot of us have created who we want to be via the internet, via YouTube. And it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. This is how I discovered the miracle of incremental change. If I can do this with my music and my body, what else can I transform? When it came to my social life, I felt like a coward. I was scared to even make eye contact with guys. I thought were with guys I thought were cooler than me. And talking to a girl I like would literally make me shake. Of all the things I didn't like about myself, that was the one I hated the most because it was so stupid and I knew, but I felt it trapped me in the way I was. Like it's just how I was. All right. Now I'm not going to go more into this. I'm just going to go skip to the last paragraph. All right. If you're like me, I want to change your life, but don't know if you can. I hope my music will show you it's possible and inspire you to start small. Maybe you can face your dragon tomorrow, but you can put on your shoe. Discipline plus courage equals joy. If you're alive, you have power to transform, and it's worth a start because joy is on the other side. Plus, the world needs you at your best. I thought this letter that he sent me was so timing for what's going on throughout the world, my life, a lot of people's lives who might be watching this. So me and him have been communicating. I look very, very forward to bringing 4 Point on the genre of the Country Rap Report. He went through and watched a lot of episodes and he liked what we're doing. But I'm going to continue to go through this package to let you guys see what I got. And maybe a lot of artists might want to include this too. The first thing he sent me was a autographed CD. This is his autographed CD here. And it's called 4 Point. It's 4 Point, all right? And it has 8 songs on it. 8 songs. Whole Lot of Nothing, Handle, Gunslinger, Spread Too Thin, Hidden Land, Conflicted, New Miracles, Wear My Heart. All right? This is the autograph CD. See, it says to Victor, and it has his autograph there. He also sent me a bookmark with a picture of himself on it. He also sent me a bookmark with a picture of himself on it. And it has a very positive affirmation on it also. How you think I'm gonna wake up and not learn? How you think I'm gonna wake up and not earn? Actually, that's not an affirmation. It's a lyric from his song Full Time. Okay, now if you know me, you know I'm into stickers, and he sent me a couple stickers. This one says 4 Point, prize, pride. All right, we're all trying to get to the prize, and we all have an enormous amount of pride. All right, and then he sent me another sticker, and I think this is really, really dope. Discipline plus courage equals joy. I thought that was really, really dope. Now, this is something I thought was really, really cool. He sent me a Polaroid, and I remember sitting down talking to Upchurch. I'm at his Nashville show in 2022, and Church talked about he was going to start taking these Polaroids and kind of create a time capsule. Well, he sent me a Polaroid. My guy is in Madrid. If you can see that, he's in Madrid, and it says, Victor, aim high and live in the present. 4-point. I thought that was really, really cool. And he signed the top. That was dope. He sent me a postcard, and little does he know that I collect postcards from places I've been. But this is a postcard that says way out in Madrid, because he is in Madrid right now. And he also gave me a message. Dear Victor, welcome to the squad. And this is a message from Madrid. The last thing he sent, which I thought was a creative piece of marketing, especially because I just got back from Mexico visiting my family. He sent me a boarding pass. He sent me a boarding pass, and that boarding pass says from Atlanta to Madrid. My name, Victor Walker. I have to go to gate 84. My flight is FP1234. My seat is 21D, and actually it's perforated where you can tear it off just like a real boarding pass. I think this package is a work of genius, and it's not so expensive. It made me become a fan because he made it personal. He made it personal, and he made me want to hear his music and know his story. So with that being said, 4-point music, I look so forward to talking to you, hearing your story. I'm glad I had this opportunity to unbox your package to the people that are watching the show here at the Country Rap Report. And man, I think more people, if you get an opportunity, like I said, I'm gonna put the link up to his link in my chat. But what I'm also gonna do is let you know, if you want to follow 4-point on Instagram, it's the number 4-point music. 4-point music. Follow him. If you follow him, send him a message, say you heard about it on the Country Rap Report. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm about to get up out of here. Thank you guys for making it to season 4, episode 301. All my first and last time listeners, thank you so much. If you're listening to this show, watching this show for the first time, thank you. If this is the absolute last time you'll ever watch, thank you for every time you ever watched. For everybody that I've lost along the way, I thank you for your support, the time you supported. For all the future supporters, thank you guys in advance. Everybody out there, whatever your dream is, whatever your mission is, stay true to it and know that it's yours. It's no one else's. So when you look around and you see that you might be alone and you might be doing it alone, know it just might be you. But it's your dream and you can achieve it. And I love you. All right? Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And until next time, remember, time is the one thing you can't get back. And if you chose to spend some time listening to me or any of the Country Rap Report content, for that reason, I love you. Stay blessed. It's your boy, VicX. Peace.